This segment is brought to you by Riceworks, the gourmet brown rice crisp, made with whole grain brown rice, with no cholesterol, no gluten, and zero trans fats, which makes it perfect for your healthy diet.
Hi everyone, we're here at Wallace for Wellness, and I'm really thrilled to have back yet again Shelley Case, who is a registered dietitian and one of the leading experts in celiac disease and gluten-free diet. She has a fantastic book. I like to refer to it, as the book says, as a resource guide, because I personally have used this as a wonderful guide in helping to entertain if somebody has celiac disease. So welcome, Shelley.
Thank you.
Okay, so now you've shared with us in other segments what is celiac disease, what is gluten, and what foods contain gluten and what foods don't. But we have to live every day if you're a celiac patient. And what about when we want to go out to restaurants? We want to be like everyone else. What are some of the tips you can give viewers when living with celiac disease and going out to restaurants?
Well, I think the first thing is people need to know a lot about the diet and ingredients. They need to know what ingredients are safe, which ones are definitely no-nos, and ones that you might have to question. So what I say to my clients is you have to walk first before you run. So learn the basics of the gluten-free diet, and then you can take the next step and go out to eat. But a suggestion is to call the restaurant before you go. So if you know that you're going to a certain restaurant, call in the afternoon when it's not really busy, ask to speak to the chef or the manager and go over the menu and see what items would be safe for you, and ask specific questions about how it's done. But we don't always have that luxury. You might get called and say, we're going out for dinner and in 45 minutes meet you at the restaurant. So now you're at the restaurant, and first thing you should do is ask your server if you could speak to the chef or the manager and go through the menu and say, I have celiac disease. I'm wondering what items would be suitable, what ones are safe, and then ask specific questions. How do you do that reduction? Is it thickened with flour?
Right.
Do they coat the meat, dust the meat, the veal or the chicken with a little bit of flour dust? Do they use some other types of sauce that may have flour in it? So you need to ask those kind of questions, be very specific, so that you know whether it's safe or not.
Right. And of course, you were mentioning that off camera that celiac.ca, the Celiac Association, has a great site. And you were telling me also about another site so people can find out restaurants in their area, potentially, that are, like Mildred's Temple Kitchen, for example. We did some cooking segments there. And they serve riceworks right at the bar. And they certainly are aware of the needs of somebody dealing with celiac.
Well, more and more restaurants and chefs are aware of it because more people are getting diagnosed with gluten sensitivity or celiac disease. So that's good news for people that are trying to eat out. But certainly there's some sites that are kind of neat. There's one called glutenfreepassport.com, and it gives you different cuisines, different types of ethnic restaurants, and how to go to those restaurants and ask specific questions. There's another site called theceliacscene.com, so you can type in the city you're going to. It'll tell you the restaurants that are gluten-free or gluten-free friendly, and it'll even have a map to get you there. So there's more resources for people to learn how to eat out,
Which is great.
good news.
Absolutely. Now, for those of us that are going to stay at home, or if we want to entertain, I personally have a friend with celiac disease, so I'm very aware of this. And what I loved about your resource, and you can even see I've put a little thing in here to mark the page. You actually have a shopping list that can help us go to the store. So somebody like myself, when I'm preparing, I want you to come to my home and enjoy a meal like everyone else. What other suggestions do you tell people, clients of yours, when they are going out to eat at someone's house, for example?
Well, I think it's really important that they call the hostess ahead of time. Even if you don't know them that well or you don't even know them, the hostess would really appreciate knowing if you have some sensitivities, because they might be able to alter the menu or do something just a little bit different so that it would still be safe, because they would feel awful if you showed up there and you couldn't eat anything. And I had that experience once where I was eating with some relatives that I didn't know that well, and we went to their house and they had served a Caesar salad with croutons, so that was not acceptable. Then it was a cream soup thickened with flour, and the main entree was pasta with the meat sauce, and then a cheesecake with a crust on the bottom. So there was nothing that I could eat.
Right.
And so they felt awful. So if you can phone ahead and say, I have some food sensitivities, need to follow a gluten-free diet, can't have anything with this, then usually they get really anxious. But then you can say, what were you planning to make? So if they were saying we were going to have a barbecue tonight, we were going to do a salad, and we're going to marinate the steaks in some kind of a sauce, and do whatever, then you can say, can you leave the salad dressing off and don't put croutons on mine? Can you not marinate mine? And then offer to bring something. That's always another way to get around it. Is I took this is quinoa here, and in my book I have a lovely salad recipe, a quinoa salad with peppers and dried cranberries, and it's something that everybody enjoyed. It isn't the gluten-free food, it was just suitable. So then I knew at least there was one dish that I could eat. So if nothing else was safe, you've always got something. And if you want to take snacks, you can take like the riceworks there
Right.
and have some salsa. There's some things that you could still eat.
Right, and even with riceworks, I know that we learned from Donna Dewar at Mildred's Temple Kitchen that you can take chicken and coat it in it and have fried chicken for your guests. And you know what? It can be for everyone. It's gluten-free, so it's celiac friendly, but it also tastes delicious for everybody, so everybody's enjoying.
And there are so many foods, and I think what I try to emphasize to people that are going gluten-free is the good news is there's so many foods that are naturally gluten-free. All your fruits and vegetables,
Right.
milk, cheese, eggs, meat, fish, chicken, poultry, nuts. You can do things with legumes. So there's an awful lot of things that you can have.
Right.
It's really the bread group that's the most challenging one. But you know, we can live without bread, but you can even get gluten-free breads and things now too. So you could offer to bring those. And I will often take snacks, and you know, if I'm traveling, I'll have gluten-free snack bars or things like the riceworks so that I've got something in case I get stuck in the airport, which has happened a lot of times. And
Right.
there's nothing in the airport except for things like pizzas, muffins, wraps, and so you're out of luck.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for all your great information. And of course, if our viewers want to get a hold of your book, they can go to your website, glutenfreediet.com. Is that
No,
correct?
it's glutenfreediet.ca.
.ca.
That's okay.
That's right.
Glutenfreediet.ca. And in addition to getting information about the book, I have a lot of free things on the website. There's a newsletter, there's handouts, materials that you can print off, and recipes. So people should go to glutenfreediet.ca.
Right. Well, thank you so much,
Thank
Shelley.
you.
And of course, if you want more recipes, riceworks.ca, you can also visit. But we also want to celebrate the good in our communities. And our Riceworks, one of our sponsors, is really stepping up to the plate. We want you to go to showusyourgoodness.com so that you can tell us your inspiring stories about local charities or national charities. Tell us good things that you're doing. And then, of course, we want you to vote for your favorite charity. And Riceworks is willing to give a prize of up to $30,000 because they are showing the goodness that they have, not just in their product, but in their community as well. So if you have any health and wellness questions, don't hesitate to send them my way to Margaret at reallife on cts.com.